Well, hello there.
Ladies, can you see? Is there one or two? Plus squatters. Now add another 12. Add
Hey, hold on a second there. How you doing?
How are you, sir? How are you?
How many ladies do you see?
How many ladies do I see? Uh, well, a fun factor and all that. Kind of see two.
That's good. Most people see one
Uh,
or the other.
but if you turn it upside down,
You don't have to turn anything. You just have to look at it. It's just looking at it straight. I mean, it's just directly ahead of you. Two women.
yeah.
You see them? Young
Yeah.
and old.
Yeah, that's
Do you
it.
see any old man?
Well, the man, I'm not sure if I can.
No. I just threw it in for fun. There's no old man. Okay, Mavs.
Actually, yeah, there is. There
Oh
looks
yeah,
like
yeah.
an old
Maybe
man.
I'm the old man. Who
No,
knows?
that looks like an old man there.
Yeah, that's
With
an
his
old woman.
nose there.
Well, that's the old woman, you see.
All right, well, yeah.
Yeah.
It's all about your figment of
That's
your
right.
imagination.
That's right. How about Mavs? Any good at Mavs?
Am I good at maths? Kinda, to be honest, but not like not with my following when it's in words.
Well, okay. Look, if it was a check someone handed you, say, here's a check, 1,000 plus 40.
1,000 and plus 40 is 1,040.
Add another 1,000.
That's 2,040. 2040.
Add 10.
2050.
1,000 more.
3,050.
Correct. And add 40.
That's 3,090.
Finally, add 10.
That's at 10. We'll bring it to a zero of it for 4,000 in total.
Interesting. That's the most common wrong answer, 4,000.
Yeah, but it's not, is it?
No.
Because you had another one then.
No,
Politics,
it's as simple as this.
I know. It's 3,100.
Right.
Just
Sorry
playing
people
with you.
make that mistake.
I just play with you. That's all I do.
Good.
Yeah, that's the only one that is.
So,
3,000.
did you know why I'm doing this, by the way?
Huh?
Do you know what I'm doing with this?
I'm not sure.
Well, I'm making a connection, drawing some parallels, but I'm actually doing some preaching. You know that?
Preaching,
Yeah.
preaching, and teaching. Yeah,
Preaching of the Bible.
fair enough.
Because some people see things differently than I do, different perceptions,
Yeah.
and others are insisting that they are right when they're wrong.
Oh no, I was told.
I'm not saying you were. I'm just saying that a lot of people do.
Yeah.
They insist that they're right.
Alex, what things?
I haven't seen
Wow.
it for ages.
Well, I
I know.
suppose he doesn't know he's on camera, but there you go.
I know. I seen it. That's why I came over. I love being on camera.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, I have a dream. My dream is to be an actor. I'd love to be an actor in many ways.
Well,
Love acting, entertaining, and taking stunts.
well, you know, we've had some interesting people on our video channel, such as somebody who was on the X Factor. You know who that is?
Who's that?
From Killarney. You know Ben Quinlan?
Ben Quinlan.
Yes.
Yes, Ben Quinlan. I know him.
Yes.
I
He went
know.
to
Very
school
old
with my
friend.
daughter.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, you know that as well? You know my daughter? And this are you both from Killarney?
No, I'm
I am. Yes.
I've seen you around. Yes. Hello.
Hello, I'm a friend of Kevin's as well.
Oh, hello. And what's your name?
Alex.
Alex. Okay, well, just to let you know, we are recording a video, asking people questions on the streets, just some basic questions to see, get a bit of feedback. Because although I said I'm preaching, you may have noticed I'm not preaching down at people or at people, but asking questions and getting to hear what the people themselves have to say,
Yeah.
and then offering some feedback on that.
Yeah.
See? So, if you want to, you can answer 3 questions.
Yeah.
Would you like to do
Yeah.
any of you?
I would like to. I would like
It's
to.
always open to take on any challenge.
Okay.
I would love to be an actor myself. Actually,
Okay.
yeah. I mean,
Alex,
Alex.
would you like to go first?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I'll do it first.
So this is a microphone, little microphone.
Perfect.
You can hold it. Not
the
too
smallest
close.
microphone I've ever seen in my life.
Really?
Yeah, I've seen bigger ones than this.
Okay, you don't. You can pin it onto there, so it's not too close. Otherwise, it will become a bit distorted.
It's like a peg.
You can
isn't
help
it?
him out with the answers.
It's like a
if you're
peg.
struggling.
How do you put this on?
It clips. It just clips on like that.
Wow, really?
Yes, not bad for €30 for 2 microphones and a Bluetooth plugs into
Okay.
the thing. Not
Yeah.
bad. Okay, first
How do you
question.
speak into them?
Just look at what I'm doing.
Just relax to the same
Yeah.
way as he is.
Yeah, if you're on TV, just like you pretend you're on X Factor or something.
Right.
Only.
Only
Oh,
a
okay.
bit more intense.
Okay, so the first question is: do you believe that there is a God?
I believe there's a God. Yeah, I believe there's a God looking down on you. It's like,
Okay, it's interesting because I have to stop people at this point usually to say, don't rush into that question, because that is a broad subject, right?
Yeah.
And if I say God, you and I could be talking about completely different things, right? But one lady, she could be saying, "Well, my cat's called God. I call my cat. I believe in God." Right? So I have to ask her, well, what do you mean by God? And you already jumped ahead to someone who's looking down. Now, is there someone up there looking down on me? Get more specific. Like, are you talking about someone or what?
But yeah, well, I well, I believe in God anyway.
What is God, though?
God is basically he's supposed to
So
give.
it's a meal. A meal. Okay, you're getting a bit more information. It's dragging out, you see. Right?
It gives.
Phone a friend.
Yeah, it gives. It basically it makes you the person you are outside. Like it makes you like God is up in the sky.
Wow.
Right? He's up there,
Right.
and he brings.
I get a fun with this. I mean, you can say people in an airplane. Who exactly are we talking about here?
If you go to heaven, you will meet God.
Oh, wow. We're getting a lot more information than I ever intended. Okay, most people simply say someone, a being who created all things. That's the general answer, okay? And they don't
Okay.
go any further than that. But
Yeah.
you've given a lot more information than you were asked, which is fine. Okay. So would that be okay with you to say the creator of all things, an uncreated being who creates other things? Would that be
And
okay?
he also creates things as well.
Yeah, that's what I said. Things, people.
Things. Yeah.
Okay, so we're okay with that?
Yeah.
And would you agree with that? I don't know if you have to agree, but there you go. That's just basically that's the understanding of what people normally mean by God. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Second question is, do you have a soul?
So.
Yeah.
Well, I hope I do.
Well, it's just I have to ask for a definition of that because I was in the stool a couple of weeks ago and a guy says to me, "Yes, I believe anyone with 2 feet has a soul." I thought, "Are you serious?" He says, "Yeah." Like soul. It's also a type of fish. So what we're talking about here. No, it's SOUL. Do you have a soul?
Yes, I do.
What is it?
What is it? It's
Yeah.
what makes me a nice person.
Okay. We'd all agree with that?
Yeah, I mean, if you don't have a soul, then you'd be down under, wouldn't you?
Okay, so we're getting a bit of information. So most people would simply say, it's me, my personality. It is the immaterial part of me. Some people refer to spirit or soul as being pretty much the same thing, right?
Yeah.
Because it's an immaterial part of you, which is if they cut off your arms and legs and bits and pieces, then there was only you left. It's still a head and a body. You'd still have a soul. You still have your life. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's basically it. And the third question, this is the big one. Okay. What do you think, Alex, happens when you die? Like, what happens to you if you're died right now? What would happen?
Well, your spirit will lift
My
And-
spirit would live.
when you die. It depends if you're good. If you're a bad person, like if you've done really bad things,
Okay.
like steal, for
Ooh.
example, then you will go to hell.
Ooh, wow.
But heaven
Mm.
is for good people that
Ooh.
don't do bad things like steal.
Stealing.
Stealing is a very bad
Okay.
thing.
So if I stole a loaf of bread because I was starving and give it to my children, that would be really bad. That would be really, really. I'd send me to hell.
I mean, if you stole something like more delicate,
More delicate.
like if you went to the shop, if
So
you
a
went to that
Rolex
shop,
watch or something, maybe.
like
Stole-
if you stole a TV,
Oof. Yeah. Hide under your. Yeah. Coat over
if you
it.
stole a TV, then then you will definitely have
Definitely,
some bad
you're in
luck.
trouble there because you stole a TV.
Yeah, because or if you stole a PlayStation or
Oh.
any Xbox,
What
or
if I was to steal your wallet?
then you will go to hell.
Wow. Wow. This is serious stuff here. No,
Yeah.
I'm just wondering because I asked you what happens to you when you die, right?
Yeah,
You're telling me what
I'm
would
a
happen to
good-
me.
I'm a good person.
You consider yourself to be a good person, right? But of course, have you ever said to somebody, you've got bad breath?
My dog.
Yeah, but most people wouldn't want, if someone came up to you and told you you're bad breath, they have to be a good friend, right?
Yeah, that's a
But
big good friend.
have you ever seen people going like this here? Trying to sniff their own breath? It's hard to detect
It's hard
your
to-
own bad breath, isn't
It's
it?
hard
Okay.
to.
So when one says, "I think I'm a good person," we could say, "Well, that's in your opinion." Okay.
Yeah.
What if we were to run a test and see if that's true? For example, if we had a set of rules to go by.
Yeah.
Do you have any rules? Do you know of any rules? You mentioned one, stealing, didn't you?
Yeah. Stealing.
That's part of the Ten Commandments, isn't it?
Yes.
And if there are Ten
Yes.
Commandments, do you know what the rest of them are?
There's stealing.
Yeah.
There's maybe breakery, right?
What?
There's if someone breaks into someone's house,
Robbery, you mean?
robbery.
That would be under theft. Yeah.
Yeah. And
Although there is a
killing.
difference between burglary and robbery and
Yeah.
theft and larceny. These are like some people said, "I'm not a robber. I wouldn't use like a gun or anything,"
no.
but they might just say, "Oh, I just took that person's stuff."
What about killing?
Okay, so the Ten Commandments start off with this. Number one, you shall have only one God.
Yeah, one God.
Not two, not three,
No.
but one. Okay. Number two, don't make for yourself any idols to bow down to them and serve them. Okay. Number three, don't use God's name in a disrespectful way, such as blaspheming God's name, using His name in vain. Like, I swear by God, I didn't do it, but using God's name, right? Number four, keep the Sabbath day holy,
Yeah.
particularly for Jewish people. Okay? And number five is honor your mother and father. Number six is you shall not murder. Number seven is you shall not commit adultery. Number eight is you shall not steal. Ding, 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 ding. That's your big one, right?
Right.
Number nine is you shall not bear false witness, which is lying. And number 10 is you shall not covet, which is the reason why people steal in the first place, because they go, I have to have the latest thing, what he's got, she's got, I want their stuff, right? So of all those 10 commandments, have you broken any of them?
No.
You've never lied?
I lied, yeah, but
Stolen anything before?
I lied before, yeah. I lied to me.
Stolen anything before?
Um,
You're not lying to me, are you?
no, I'm not. I haven't stolen anything. No,
You're not lying about that.
no.
That's why people mostly do lie when they're covering up for something else. Okay? Do not commit adultery.
What's
Any
that?
sex outside of marriage.
I'm not married.
Okay, and then Jesus said in the New Testament, just so you'll know, whoever looks at a woman to lust after her has already committed adultery with her in his heart. So in other words, I know what's going on in your heart. You would if you could. Have you ever done that?
No, I don't. I don't
Okay.
recall it.
What about this one? Murder. You shall not murder.
I never murdered.
I'm glad to hear that. However, what did Jesus say in the New Testament? Whoever has such hatred in his heart towards someone, without a cause, of course, like I could get away with murder, I would do it, that type of thing. Ever had such angerish, sort of murderous thoughts come to mind, come to heart?
No. I think I have got angry, really angry before,
It's okay to be angry, though.
but that's over certain situations. Like
Yes.
I keep getting asked the same question
Yes.
over and over again. It
Okay.
really gets me.
Have you ever stolen something before?
stolen anything?
No, but like if someone is, you can have a righteous indignation. That's not wrong. Like to be angry, but do not sin. Okay. So all I'm saying is like, let's say there are 10 commandments.
Yeah.
How many of them do you need to break to be guilty of breaking God's laws, the commandments?
Okay.
How many do you need to break?
How many do you need to break?
Well, let's say, I don't know if any of you've got a necklace, but let's say you had a necklace of 100 chains, 100 links around your neck, right?
Yeah.
How many links need to break for that necklace to fall from your neck?
Oh, I better say about one.
Just about one.
Yeah.
Okay, and does it matter which one?
Doesn't matter which one. No, it could be anyone.
Okay, so let's say that you're being rescued by helicopter, big chain holding you up,
Yeah.
10 links in the chain.
Yeah.
How many links need to break for you to fall to your death?
I say about
About
4.
really? Okay, why not just one?
Because
Because if you're
it starts breaking,
All right.
breaking,
So
snap.
well, basically, yes, it's only one needs to break for you to fall,
All
just
right.
like the necklace. Okay, and finally, let's say there are 10 commandments. How many of those do you need to break to be found guilty of breaking God's laws?
All right, Jesus, about 9.
Really? Not just one? I'm trying to show you that by your own standards, when you said you're a good person, yet if you've broken any of those laws, then you're not a good person by that standard. Okay. Now
Right.
you have your own standard. Everyone says I'm a good person. You ask a bunch of thieves, "Are you a good person?" Oh yeah. Compared to other thieves.
Yeah.
I was in a police lineup once. Have you ever been in a police lineup? Ever been asked by a police to come into the station?
No.
I don't know. Was I looking guilty? I don't know. I was walking through Belfast, and this guy says to me, the policeman says, "Would you mind stepping into the police station?" I said, "Why?" He said, "To be part of a police lineup." And I went, "Not really." He says, "Don't worry, you can't be done for anything because we know you're a guy from the street." I didn't think that. I just thought, well, what? He says, "Look, you're getting paid for £10." I said, "I'm in there." So I went in there, and I'm standing in a bunch with all these other guys in a line. This is what really happened, right? And then somebody came in and was basically pointing the guy out. Right. I was looking up and down the line thinking these are all criminals, right? But in reality, you know what they were?
Yeah.
People from the street, just like myself, right? But I was judging them and thinking, oh, look at this, oh, look at that. Okay, what I should have been doing is looking at their shoelaces and seeing if they had any belts on.
Belts.
Right? Because apparently they say they remove all your shoelaces and things like that in case you, because they're holding the real guy in itself, right? So if I had looked at that, I would have known. But basically what I'm pointing out is that people judge other people by themselves. They go, I'm not as bad as other people because I haven't stolen a TV. I haven't stolen someone's wallet or iPhone. I'm a good person because based upon my opinion, I think I've done pretty well. That's you, isn't it? Right?
I don't. I mean, I haven't done anything
Major.
bad.
But that's the point. We judge ourselves by a lower standard than we judge other people. That's why Jesus in the New Testament said these words. Before you go starting to point out the speck in your friend or brother's eye, look at that. Look at what you've got in your eye. A log. A massive, and he was joking. I mean, he was being a bit using hyperbole. Okay, you've got a forest in your own eye, and here you are trying to find a little speck in someone else's. So that's what people do. They judge the other people, say, that person, they're going to hell. Like, you stole a TV, you're going to hell. These people are going to hell. But did you know this? Listen to this, Alex, very carefully.
Yeah.
This is where I get into the preaching mode, see? We're told in the New Testament, all liars shall have their place in the lake of fire.
Oh.
Not lawyers, I didn't say lawyers.
No liars.
That's right. And that is someone who bears false witness. Now, I know it's not white lies, which would be if someone says, do I look fat in this dress? Is this dress making me fat? What would you say to that? Is this dress making me fat?
Nope.
You say, no, it's not the dress.
No, it's not the dress.
Yourself, it's the way you are. Okay, but when someone, let's say you were in court and you saw a crime committed and you're helping someone get off by saying, no, I swear I did not, and you're lying.
Yeah.
Okay, that kind of is a serious lie, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
And when people lie to cover their tracks, where were you on a certain night, alibi, I think this is the kind of things talking about, not just like, what do you think about this? Oh, I'd rather not say, that type of thing. I think we're talking about when you know you've done wrong, you're across the line. Okay, and I don't think stealing a loaf of bread, although it's wrong to steal a loaf of bread, I think any decent judge, I'm not talking about Judge Judy here or anyone like that, a decent judge would say, I understand the circumstances, I hear what you're saying, and I'm going to be lenient toward you. It's still wrong, you may have to pay that back, but it's still, it's not that you're going to jail for the rest of your life for that. But there is in Les Miserables, I stole a loaf of bread, that type of thing. But anyway, the point is that we're all guilty before the law. Now, any responses to any of that stuff so far? Yeah.
I was actually be patient to let him do
He did quite well.
Turn for himself first.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I did.
And you agree with what he said? Huh? You agree with what he said?
Whatever choices he made upon himself, I'm sure I actually have faith that he actually has done well.
Okay.
I have.
Yeah, because I already know deep down he's actually proven for any, let's say, things that he may have, say, done himself in the past. You know what I mean?
Yes,
like
we all have a past.
Like I think for one, I already know all what I need to know for the facts of what you've indulged and said, what you've said about and listed. And yes, everyone has maybe done something, at least one.
Yeah.
It could have been damaging. It may not be broken, but it could be damaged. And the thing is, to prevent something from further damaging, you own up to it. You ask for your forgiveness, or you suffer your little pain of consequence, like your little task, in order to own up to what.
So it's good. Confession is good for the soul.
Exactly.
Okay. But did you know that ultimately, here's something I won't hold you all day long with this, of course. By the way, I like the Pink Panther. Have you watched the Pink Panther as a child?
I did, but I actually always dress unique and vintagey,
Right.
to blend out and be yourself.
Right.
One of my things is
You are unique, just like everybody else.
Exactly. Everyone's unique in their own way, but it's all about their choice of lifestyle
Right.
that proves if they wish to expose and show themselves.
Well, they wouldn't want to expose themselves, would they?
Of course, I do it.
Expose yourself?
I do. I expose the way I actually truly want to be seen.
Maybe a different word would be I'd like to express myself.
You could do it in an express way, or you could do it in an exposed way. It means
Yes.
both the same kind of connection. But yes, I get where you mean.
Yes. Okay, so let me wrap this up, okay, by saying to you that something that people don't realize, and the third question was, what do you think happens to your soul when you die? A lot of people don't know this, but we're told in the scriptures, which are what I'm going to share to you now, is this: it is appointed unto men to die once, not twice, 3, 4, 5, 10, 100 times. No reincarnation, as in how many times is it going to go on for, like forever? It's appointed unto men to die once, and after this, the judgment. Okay. So when you face the judgment, there obviously will be a judge, and it's not judge yourself, because you'll if you were your own judge, you'd be going, well, I know where I'm going. I'm going into heaven, head lifted high, because I'm such a good person. Which would mean heaven would be filled with proud people saying, well, obviously I'm here because I'm better than everybody else. The rest of them are not here because I was better than them, but I obviously am a good person. Okay.
Yeah.
And that's why in the Bible we're told this: for by grace are you saved through faith, and that not of yourselves, it is the gift of God, not of works, lest anyone should boast.
Yes.
So there'll be no boasting. People in heaven will be going, I'm only here by God's grace. I confessed my sins, not to just a person that I did wrong to, which is good to do that as well, but also I confessed my sins to God, against whose laws I broke. Okay? And that's the judge that I must deal with. And the only thing going to get you into heaven is not living a perfect life without sin, but to live a perfectly righteous life. And you can never do that. Now, I can never do that. But the good news is, and here's something for you to take with you, okay?
Thanks.
The good news is that
Thanks.
though that you could never do it on your own, God came in the flesh, lived as a man, his name is Jesus, lived a perfect life without sin, never broke a single one of God's laws, yet he was put to death for our sins, not just the physical pain of suffering on the cross, but under the judgment of God, he suffered eternal judgment for us right there at the cross, taking our sin, so that you wouldn't have to suffer that judgment. And he gave you his righteousness, so that when you stand before God, instead of saying, how well have I done? Am I a good person? Have I done well enough? You can say, I trust in what Jesus did. He lived the perfect life. He gave that to me. Thank you very much. And on the basis of Jesus Christ, you have access to heaven, glory, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Sounds good?
Yeah, it does.
What an offer. And I tell people all the time, I told a woman earlier on, did you know I got a text informing me of a free upgrade? What was I referring to?
Free upgrade. Wow.
I word it like this. I received a text informing me of a free upgrade. Where and what am I talking about?
Yeah. I like it. Like an update.
It's actually
like an update, like a better version of the previous.
That's right, exactly. And it's a text in the Bible that says that we're getting a new body, which is not subject to death, pain, or suffering, will live forever in a glorified body. And I know this because when Jesus came out of the tomb, he didn't crawl out of that tomb going, that was really painful, that was horrible, never go through crucifixion, it's awful. Right?
Yeah.
He came out of that tomb in a glorified body, and he said, this is it, man, this is the glorified, upgraded body that you can have if you're a believer and trust in Jesus Christ. That's available. Okay, so there you go. And thanks for stopping.
Thanks for
I think someone was calling
interviewing me.
Oh, yes, interviewing you. Well, if you want to see yourself, you may see this later on YouTube. Check out the YouTube channel. What's your name?
Well, mine is
Right.
Kevin. If you want to interview
Kevin.
me, I don't mind.
Kevin,
Looney. Looney by name, Looney by nature.
Okay, and
Alex Nichols.
Nichols.
Nichols. FOLLS.
Right, very good. Well, thanks for that. Don't want to give too much information away, of course, especially on camera. Can I have your bank details while you're at it?
Nope.
What's your name?
Okay.
Katie. All right.
Because if you give bank details, that's a
Yeah.
bit of a no-no.
Yeah, I know.
Because people could go into my bank details and
I
steal
know.
my money.
I know.
Okay,
Well, you would
thanks for this. Thanks for that.
Thanks for that. Well, that's a free gift. See, there you go.
That's-
I could have
even this
charged you.
microphone?
I could charge you for that. Oh, you want to get a microphone set like that? Go to Amazon.
Okay.
Hello there. Maybe this young lady would like to answer a question. Would you like to answer one of these questions?
No.
Well, it's simple. Just the Mavs one there. I'm sure you're not.
Okay,
Oh, yeah, no problem at all. What age? Sorry. What age are you? What age are you?
What?
How old are you?
I'm 16.
16. Right. Good. That's no problem at all. I'm just asking people simple questions like this one here. Mavs question. You can do that one or you can do that one there. Like for example, that's just an observation. What do you say there?
A young woman
Right.
just looking to the side, and she's wearing a fancy hat with a feather light.
Where's that accent from?
Oh, Palestinian.
Huh?
I have an Arab accent.
Arab.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought it was maybe Spanish or something. Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
thanks. I don't think
Okay.
that's as a compliment.
Okay. Very good. And what's your name?
I'm Sarah.
Sarah.
Yeah.
Okay. Listen. You saw a young woman there, right?
Yeah.
But there's actually two women there.
Oh, I
Now you
saw
see an
it-
older
I s-
lady?
Yeah, I saw it in my religion class.
Ah.
He showed us this
So that just
image.
shows you the different perspectives that people have on different things. People look at things differently. Now that's a Mavs question. It doesn't matter how many ways you look at it. There's only going to be one right answer. You can say I have a different perspective. That's not going to work when it comes to Mavs,
Yes.
right?
Math is numbers.
Right.
There's no perspective.
So what is 1,000 plus 40?
1,040.
And add another 1,000
2,040.
and add 10.
2,050.
Add 1,000 more.
3,050.
Add 40.
3,090.
Now add 10.
5,000.
Oh dear, you went wrong. You went wobbly at the end
I
there.
didn't do math in a while. I didn't know
Okay.
do math in a while.
Well, okay, 3,090 plus 10.
5,000.
3,000.
Oh, 3,000. Sorry, 4,000.
4,000.
4,000.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
3,090 plus 10.
3,000.
Exactly. But that's the
Sorry.
common mistake that people make.
I'm so
Okay.
sorry.
And I hope here is okay. Here's another one for this is close up your eyesight, isn't? Do you need glasses?
I do need
Okay.
glasses.
Can you read that one there? What does it say in the three triangles?
Bears in the spring, bird in the hand, once in a lifetime.
So it actually says Paris in the spring.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
Once a bird in the hand,
Mm-hmm.
and once in a lifetime.
Oh.
See?
That's interesting.
You can have that. Okay. Now, quick question. This is what I'm doing. I'm using this as my platform, springboard, if you like. I know it's not a very big springboard, but it's a springboard to preach to people and share the gospel with people, okay? And I ask them some simple questions. This won't take long. I promise you that. Okay, first question is, do you believe that there is a God?
Yes.
Okay. Now,
Mhm.
what did you say your name was?
My name is Sarah.
Sarah.
Yeah.
And by God, what do you actually mean?
By God is someone who created us and created this whole world, including everything in it.
Fine. Number two, do you have a soul?
I do have a soul.
What
think.
is it? What is it?
A soul?
But what is it?
I don't really know. It's a soul.
Is it part of your physical body?
It's
Or
not
is it
physical.
okay, not physical?
Yes.
Is it immaterial?
Maybe.
Like spirit or soul, same type of thing?
Yeah.
Okay. And it's part of your personality, etc., all those things. And the third question is this. What do you think, Sarah, happens to you when you die?
When I die,
Yeah.
I think my soul raised up to God or something like that.
Okay.
That's what I like to believe.
Oh, you like to believe, you think and you'd like to believe that.
Yeah.
Would you want to know for sure what
I
happens?
would actually want to know for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because otherwise I'd be giving you one of these. Where is it? I think I might have enough. You can have one of those as well. But I got something else different. It's called the full. Okay, here's the deal. We are told, I don't know if, do you have a religious background?
Yes, I'm Muslim.
Okay, that's what I assumed from where you're coming from. Maybe you're Muslim. But regardless of that, you do believe that when you die, a person goes to God.
Yeah.
But if everyone does come to God, what if they find out, which I'm sure Muslims believe this, that there will be a judgment?
Yeah.
Okay, then on the judgment day, everyone's going to have to face God. Then what if you're told on that day, Sarah, I have bad news for you. You're not entering into paradise at all.
I won't be surprised because I would have done bad things to deserve that.
But what if you could know in advance? Like, it's no point waiting, turning up at the like it happens to certain people. They go to get on an airplane, and they turn up like happened to my wife recently. Went to get on an airplane and was turned away. Sorry, you don't have the right documents. Okay, not good feeling to see
Yeah.
everyone else entering in and off. They go on the plane, you're left behind. Okay, so would you not want to say, I don't want to wait stand before the judge and then be told, sorry, you don't pass. The pass mark is 100%. You don't pass. Wouldn't you want to prepare in advance for that?
I mean, if I did all the good things, I would be surprised by that. But in my religion, we like to believe, for example, if we did 80% bad thing, 80% good things and 20% bad things. Wait.
I know what
Yeah,
you're saying.
see the math is all right. You will spend this 20% in hell.
Ooh.
Yeah. Yes. To recover for that, then
Ooh.
you will go to the
Really?
paradise.
Because
Yeah.
I was thinking that they taught that if your good outweighs your bad, the scales will tip in your favor.
Yeah.
But while is that a fact? Is it true? Because think about it like that. If that was true, then a person would be saying, I got here because of all the good that I did, and everyone would be boasting of how good they were. And then heaven, or paradise, whatever you want to call it, would be filled with people saying, I'm here because I'm such a good person, right?
Yeah.
Do you know what I believe? I believe that not one of us deserve to get to heaven, but by God's grace, we can, okay? And that when we stand and talk to one another, if this was the streets of heaven, and I met you, right? You and I would be saying, well, I'm not here because of anything good that I've done. I'm here because of the grace of God. And there's no boasting then, is there? And that's why we preach the gospel message. What Jesus came to do what we could not do. Even if God wiped away all your sins and said, forget about all that, wipe them all away, that would not get you into heaven. You would need to have lived a perfect life to enter heaven.
No, we don't think that.
I know, and that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But none of us can live a perfect life.
Yes.
But if God was the one who says, I will provide for you the perfect life, I'll give that to you. Let's say, for example, if you were going for an exam, I don't know if you're a student or whatever.
I am a
right.
student.
Supposing you went for an exam and you found out the pass mark is 50%. And you said, do I have to just get 50 to pass? Yes, that's all you need. But if you get 49, you still fail. If you got 10, you still fail, right? Well, what if the pass mark was 100%? Who's going to pass? Only the Chinese students. Okay, because they're always good, right?
Yeah.
But let's say, for example, getting into heaven required 100% perfection, and we haven't got that. But what if God says, yeah, I know, but I'll give you my score. I'll give you my perfect righteousness as a gift to
Why
you
would he do that?
because of his love.
He gave us all this love by creating us and everything. He only asked for minor things, and we did
We
not
failed.
do it.
We failed.
Yeah.
Let's say we scored badly. Okay. Well, let's say that Jesus Christ lived a perfect life on this earth, the only man who never sinned. Okay, and he said, "Take my score of 100% and give it to this girl, Sarah, and let her treat that as if it's hers. And when she stands before God in judgment, instead of her saying, 'Have I done good enough? Have I passed the mark?' and God said, 'No, you haven't.' Instead of her saying, 'Have I done good enough?' she can say, 'I was given this gift of perfect righteousness by Jesus Christ.' Wouldn't that be much better? And you see, it's a gift. This is what Jesus was saying. Jesus said, I know Muslims don't necessarily believe this, but I'll tell you anyway. He said, nobody takes my life from me.
He said that.
He said that.
It's in Quran. He did say that.
It's in John's Gospel. I don't know if you've ever read John's Gospel. Take one of those as well. Okay? But he said in John's Gospel, nobody takes my life from me. I lay it down of myself. Okay? Did you know that in the Muslim religion, Abraham was told to offer his son on the altar? And he took his son up that altar, up to the hill called Moriah, and killed him, didn't he?
Mhm.
No, he didn't kill him.
I'm just listening to you.
Right. You may have thought, I know the story. He didn't kill him, but he was willing to lay down, right?
Mhm.
And he was about to kill him when what happened? God spoke and says, do not slay your son. And then Abraham turned round and saw in the bush, tied by its horns, a ram. And he was told, offer the ram in the place of your son. You see? Substitutionary. He was taking the place of his son. Well, guess what? In a similar sense, God took a lamb. Jesus is called the Lamb of God in the Bible, in John's Gospel. Read it in John chapters 1 and 2. He's called the Lamb of God that God provided. It says instead of the sacrifice here, Jesus will be the sacrifice, willingly sacrificing his life. That's what he did. See, the gospel is how Jesus Christ, God's Son, came and lived on this earth, gave his life for sinners, and said, I'm offering my life, my goodness, for them, so that they can stand before God, trusting in what I did, not on what they did themselves. And that's good news. See, Muslims may not have that full story, but they have bits of it in the Quran. See, isn't that good? So listen, Sarah, which is a biblical name as well, as you know.
Yeah, I know that. That's why my mom named me that.
That's good.
Because it's in all religions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very good. So listen, you've got a John's Gospel. Let me give you one last thing. Some people do anything to be on camera.
That's true.
Is he a Spanish student?
Yeah.
Okay. There you go. Thanks for stopping. Okay. So, español. Yo hablo español un poco. Yes. I'm doing some preaching. Preaching. Yeah. Well, you know the gospel.
Ah, yeah.
Yes, Evangelio. And I have a song in Spanish that I have prepared earlier. Okay? Have you heard the song before? See if you can help me. La única razón de mi alegría. You know the song? Do you know the song? Eres todo poderoso, eres grande, majestuoso, eres fuerte, invencible, y no hay nadie como tú.
You have a good voice.
Do you know the song?
No?
It's a well-known song. It's on YouTube. Yeah, you can. It's this one.
Yeah, whoa. Quite popular. Whoa.
Oh, it's very popular.
Views.
You know the song?
No, like,
Oh, you've got to look
maybe
it up.
if I hear it now, maybe. Contest.
Look, there's.
Eres todopoderoso de Danilo Montero.
Yeah. Do you know the name? Razón, eres tú mi Jesús.
Like, it's.
Eres tú mi Señor. Amor, eres tu Señor y por siempre te alabaré. Eres todo poderoso, eres grande, majestuoso, eres fuerte, invencible, yo no haré como tú. Okay, stop there. You can look it up yourself. But what part of Spain are you from?
Well, we're from different parts.
Okay, I was in Madrid recently, and my daughter lives in Valencia, and I was at a wedding in Madrid.
He's
there you
from
go.
Madrid.
Oh, okay. So in September, there was some bulls running in the streets, and my friend has house just nearby.
Yeah, the rats,
and
yes.
he can overlook the bull ring.
Yeah.
But I missed that. I would like to see, but he said no, I don't want to watch that. Okay. And where are you from?
Cáceres.
Where's that?
Yeah, no,
Like-
no one knows it. Like,
It's middle of nowhere. Between
Okay.
Portugal and Madrid.
and I'm
Oh.
from Tenerife.
Oh, right. Yeah. Holiday destination for lots of English people.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we went to between Valencia, where my daughter lives, and Madrid, there's a place called Cuenca. Cuenca. Yes. It's an interesting place. Yes. But one time, my son and I went to one town on the way, Santiago, I think. Yeah. And it's like the street here, no one around, not a one person around. And they said, siesta.
Siesta.
What's with this place? Everyone's so quiet.
Yes.
I lived there for 5 years.
Yeah, in that same time.
The best part.
Okay, thank you for stopping. I'm recording video for my church, sir, for talking with you. Yes, yes. I'm doing my Duolingo lessons on Spanish at the moment.
Oh yeah, I know.
Yes.
I used to like from English. Yeah.
Yeah, very good.
What was the name?
Living
Living
Rock Church